Hello everyone, welcome back to Everything Swift. Today we're gonna tackle Leetcode question 198, titled House Robber. If you haven't had a chance to read this question, feel free to do so. But the summary of this question is essentially asking us what is the maximum amount of money that we can rob in this set of houses that we are given. And each house will have a stash of money that we are intending to rob. The only drawback here, or the thing that we need to keep in mind, is that we are not supposed to alert the police. We don't want to get caught, and to do that, we should not rob two houses in a row. So, using this as an example, uh, we are not allowed to rob one and two. We can rob one and three. That's fine because it's not back to back. We cannot rob two and three because it's connected, it's back to back. So just keep that in mind because we don't want to alert the police, and this will alert the police. This kind of combination of back to back, right? So I'll explain the solution as I type out my code, so you guys can just follow along. Uh, to return nums of max. So what we are doing here with this if condition is basically just it's just an optimization that I'm doing, because in this given scenario, if the nums of count is less than 2, which means we are only given with either this nums is empty with the count of 0, or the nums of count is 1. In that case, we already know the answer. It's basically just in the event that nums of count is 1, then basically that is the answer. If it's 0, then there's nothing to that we need to check, right? So we can just return it. So this is just a fast optimization for us to exit out of this function. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set up an array here. Fill it with a bunch of zeros, and count nums.count. Essentially, this max money is an array of 0 for now, but max money is going to represent the max money that we can rob at each index. So we are going to convert this 0 into the appropriate amount, which is the max money that we are going to compute. So the first, for example, like right now, if we only have, at the point of the first index 0, right, which means we only have one house, what's the maximum amount of money that we can rob from one house? It's basically just the first house, right? So nums of 0, that's it. If we are given two houses, which is the second index at index 1, we are given one, for example, 1 and 2, right? So just keep in mind the condition, we cannot rob back to back. So we cannot do nums of 0 plus nums at index 0 and nums at index 1. That's not possible because we will alert the police. But given the choice of in between both of these choices, we can find the max of both, all right, in between both of them, and choose either index 1 or index 0, right? So there's just some sub problems that we are trying to solve, and we'll build for the rest of the index in this for loop iteration. Count max money at this particular index will be equals to max nums of this current index plus max money minus 2, or max money minus 1. So essentially we'll loop through from index 2 because we already did from index 0 and index 1. So index 2 all the way to the end of the array. And what this is going to do is it's going to fill up at index 2 what is the maximum amount of money that we can rob. So in this sense, we are saying that, okay, because we can't rob back to back, we can either rob this particular house, which is at index 2, or two houses ago. So for example, if the array is 1, 2, 3, right, index 2, we can either rob 1 and 3 and take their money, or take 2, right, and then we compare what is the max amount. So in this case, 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is bigger than 2, so at index 2 will be 4, right? So once this loop is done, we will have found our answer at the last index, right? And that should be it. Let's try and run this code. There we go. It's accepted. Let's try and run this. So there we go. That's the solution for this question. Hope you guys find this useful. Please feel free to subscribe. That will help grow my channel. I'll try and post more often from now on. Thank you so much, guys.